Hello, hello, welcome or welcome back. This is I'll Give You the Books, and today is Tuesday Tea with Kenzie. So excited to have you here. Today we're talking about Never Lie by Freida McFadden, and I am really excited to talk about this. I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5, but I also went to book club. It was our book club pick this month, and a lot of people had different opinions that I'm going to include in this video, so I'm really excited for you to hear about it. But first off, what it's about this couple, Trisha and Ethan, who end up going to a house tour in the middle of a winter storm and get stuck there. And so they get stuck there, and it's Dr. Adrienne Hall's house, and she went missing a couple of years ago. And while there, Trisha finds a bunch of tapes of all of her recorded sessions and listens to them to see if she can figure out what might have happened with her. And by the time she gets to the end of it, then I'm not telling you what happens at the end, but as she gets further and further, the plot thickens and the mystery and the thrill and all of that all like heighten. So that's what the book is about. And I had absolutely no qualms. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a 4.5 star. I thought it was amazing. I am happily surprised with Freida McFadden. She pops out books so quickly. Like, she pops out books quicker than some people pop out babies. I'm telling you. But I went to book club, and book club had a lot of other things to say about it. First off, this is my book club. I am so excited about it. It's called Nashville Girls Who Read, and we get together every month and read a different book. So this month was Never Lie by Freida McFadden. Next month it's going to be House in the Cerulean Sea, which I'm really excited about. But anyways, that's my book club. Very, very excited about it. I was so excited to go, and like, my opinion, I forget that other people have opinions, which is weird of me, but I forget other people have opinions. So I showed up and I was like, this book was amazing. I could not like think of any book that's better than this, all of that. And everybody else was like, but there were so many potholes. Plot holes, not potholes. This is not the road. Plot holes. There were so many plot holes to it. And I was sitting there like, what? Are you sure? And the more they explained, the more I was like, there are plot holes to this. Like, they're going to this woman's house in the middle of a winter storm. Like, that's at the beginning. There's no spoilers here, but that's at the beginning. They go to the woman's house in the middle of a winter storm. Like, do they not have the Weather Channel? And also, what is a winter storm? Because I grew up in Illinois, and a winter storm for us is like 3+ feet of snow. Like, you need to have a lot of snow in order to make it considered a storm. But here in Tennessee, if there's an inch of ice on the road, or if there's like a light sprinkle of snow, that's considered a storm, because they just don't have the infrastructure to deal with it. Like, last year there was a couple of inches of snow. There was nothing. There was barely anything. And we shut down everything. Shut down everything. Publix was closed. The grocery store was closed. So like, in what world did they go in the middle of this winter storm? Did they go in a Tennessee winter storm or an Illinois winter storm? And with that, why were they going in the winter storm? Because I know they have the Weather Channel, so I know they shouldn't have to go in the middle of a storm. So that's one of the plot holes. And then the second plot hole is, how did she find the tapes that quickly? Like, she finds the tapes. It all happens very quickly. It all happens very suddenly. How did she find it that quickly? You tell me. You tell me. How did she find it that quickly? That's the second plot hole. Third plot hole, well, not really a plot hole, but a third point to think about is, why is she so egotistical to include a portrait of herself in her house? Again, not a spoiler. She just happens to have this giant, huge portrait of herself. Why does she have that? Who puts a portrait of themselves that's that big in their house? I don't know. I just don't know. So that's what my book club thought. The book club thought there were a lot of plot holes. So like, people there didn't enjoy it as much. I think like the average star rating was like 3 or 3.5, so like less than what I gave it, but like I loved it. I could care less about the plot holes. Like, plot holes, potholes, I'll just be chugging along. Everybody else cared a little bit more. I tend not to care about the little things that, like the winter storm, or about how egotistical she must be to have a house with a picture of herself in it. I'm more worried about how she's living by herself, because she's living by herself in the middle of nowhere in this giant house, and I just started living by myself, and I don't enjoy it very much. It's very challenging to live by yourself, and I recognize that it's quite a privilege to live by myself, but at the same time, it is kind of hard. So, anyways, those are my thoughts about it, but I genuinely enjoyed this. I thought it was spooky. I thought it was like thrillery, mystery. I read it in one sitting. I literally sat down and read it all. So I have no complaints. Let me know if you have read this, or if it's on your list, or if you've read other Freida McFadden, because I'm interested in seeing what other people think as well. But that's that. Those are my thoughts, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.